Hi, Lance Waters here with Waters Realty. Hey, I got an email the other day that I think you might have some interest in. Let me read it to you. It says, Lance, it was a pleasure meeting you yesterday. Thank you so much for all the great information about homes in the area. My husband and I talked last night about what you told me, and even though we would love to get into a home, right now we just don't have the money for closing costs and down payment. We're at least a year out. Hey, a lot of people are in that position. They don't have the money for closing costs and down payment. But what I should have told her, there are loans available that will pay your closing costs and your down payment. And so today I would like to go through a few of those. So to get that information out to you guys, hey, you definitely need to talk to your lender about this. I'm not an expert about it. So I'm just going to give you a few details on these loans. I'm going to start out with the granddaddy of them all, which is the VA loans, which you probably are familiar with a little bit. The VA loan, the people that are eligible for a VA loan are veterans, active duty service people, reservists, the National Guard, and some surviving spouses, which I didn't realize that was the case. There's no money down on these loans. The VA insures up to 20% of the loan. There's a funding fee, though, that you have to pay, and the loan is definitely assumable. Closing costs, a lot of times, can be paid by the seller, and some of this funding fee can too, also. The loan max is $417,000, which is very, very good for this area. In fact, I sold a house that there was a veteran that got their loan at $400,000, and it was a pretty large house. The next one is the RD loan, and RD stands for Rural Development. This is a government program to develop rural areas of the country. Who's eligible for it? Low-income families. It will loan you 100% finance. You must be in the designated area. And what I mean by designated area is you cannot be in a metropolitan area like Little Rock. But you'd be surprised how close some of these RD loans are. We do a lot of RD homes. They're just right outside the city limits. There are some other requirements here that, again, you need to talk to your lender about. What's the loan amount? Hey, it depends where you're at. You'll need to call them and check with the lender, of course, on that also. The next one is the AGI Loan, which is it's by the Arkansas Development Finance Authority. And who is eligible for these loans are first-time home buyers and low-income families. It pays your down payment and closing costs. The second mortgage, however, is forgiven after 5 years. It's like a gift to you. However, you have to go through some homeowner training in the beginning, and there are some other requirements that you have to do also. The loan max, again, it depends on the area that you're in. You need to check with the lender. The next one is specific to a particular bank. This is called the American Dream Home Loan, which is by U.S. Bank. Now, there's several banks that have similar programs. I know this, I've done these loans before. I know this particular program, but we can check for you if you like other banks that do this. It's kind of similar to the AGI program, but it's kind of different too. Who's eligible? Low-income families, up to $50,000 of income per year. However, if you buy in certain parts of Little Rock or the surrounding area, anybody can get this loan. You can make $100,000 a year or $200,000 a year. Anybody can get it. And what's good about this loan is that AGI doesn't have is it can be for multifamily. They can loan on a duplex, up to a duplex. So again, anybody can get the loan in certain areas, and you can get a loan on a duplex. On this program, down payment and closing costs is incorporated into the loan. There is a $1,000 fee that you have to pay. However, it goes to an inspection and a couple other things that during the processing of that loan. On this down payment and closing costs, they wrap this into a second mortgage, but you pay no money, you pay no payment on it, and there's no interest on it. When the home is sold, this mortgage is tacked onto the payment to the total amount of the loan to be paid off. However, there is also, just like the AGI, a homeowner training time. Again, I'm not a lender, so please check with your lender. Now, if you don't have a lender, give me a call or call me at 501-554-6203. I can find you a lender that offers these types of loans anytime. I'm going to post this on my website. That website is watersandwatersrealty.com, and also check us out on Facebook. I'm there too. You can get a link to this information from there also. Again, my name is Lance Waters, 501-554-6203, and that's what's happening in your neighborhood today. Thank you.